Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
22 meters.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Taken in left side, it's Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3, and leaves him with 4th and 1. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles at 7-5 now of the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On the move past the 40. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field. Seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Eagles football 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Wiley, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Wiley, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Wiley, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Herbert on first down now. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Play action. It's Herbert. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Waddle halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Okay, ready?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Braden Mann now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. Found good room to run there, returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right. And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Wiley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Wiley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 2nd down and 3.
Go ultra.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
Hey, how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try the left side. Wiley. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Herbert off of play action. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. Up the middle they go. Wiley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Wiley. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Okay, right? Ready?
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Ready? Fight 60. Ready? Yellow. Cut.
They're going to look to throw. He finds Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jets. Kyle Pitts, 39 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. John Franklin Myers, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken on the 25. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Jets will take over.
On the set.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
On 2nd down now, Wiley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And the Jets D, they call out a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. They'll keep it on the ground. Wiley, and great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Wiley. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
Ready? On the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to